Hi, my name is Amanda Ratcliffe, and for my occupation-based activity analysis project, I chose to do a window flower box for my therapeutic craft. I chose this because I love gardening and outdoors and planting flowers, and also I could complete this craft with my family, so there was a social aspect to it as well. The area of occupation this would be for me would be leisure because it's not work or anything like that. It's just something that I enjoy doing, and it's a task and skill that I do well. Objects and their properties. The tools you need to make a window flower box are a table saw, drill, paintbrushes, ruler, level, and a pencil. The supplies you need are wood stain, wood, flowers, dirt, styrofoam pieces, and nails. Equipment that you may need are a workbench and a step stool. We also used a stud finder to properly hang the flower box. In order to make the flower box, you need a large open workspace that is well ventilated. We used my dad's garage. It was difficult to stay organized because he has a lot of tools and objects laying around. If the area was better organized, the project would have been easier. Since he had a lot of the tools and supplies we needed to make the flower box, it was a cost-effective project. The lighting in his garage was not sufficient, so an overhead light would have been useful to complete this project. We planted the flowers in the box outside so my son could be as messy as he wanted. Social and cultural demands. As I stated in the introduction, I chose this project so that we could complete it as a family. My son, who is 6, loved helping paint and plant the flowers. My father also helped complete the project. He enjoys woodworking as a hobby now that he is retired. Some of the tools we used were passed down from my grandfather, which are very valuable to my father. The stain we used on the flower box matches my front porch. Sequence and timing. Step 1. Measure and mark the wood to the desired length with a pencil and a ruler. Then carefully cut the wood using a table saw. Step 2. Put together the flower box using a drill and screws. This step requires 2 people, one to hold the wood in place while the other drills in the screws. Step 3. Stain the wood using the stain and a paintbrush. Let dry. Repeat this step to make sure the wood is protected. Step 4. Drill holes in the bottom of the flower box so that the water can drain. Place styrofoam pieces and dirt in the flower box. The styrofoam helps with draining. Then plant the flowers. Step 5. Hang the flower box underneath the desired window using screws and a drill. This step is easier if you use a stud finder to make sure the flower box is well supported. Use a level to accurately hang the flower box. This step also requires 2 people. Completing this project relates to my personal performance patterns because as a homeowner, you want your home to look well kept and inviting. It also gave me time to fulfill my role as a mother by giving me time to spend with my son. This project also developed a new routine for me by having to water the flowers every couple of days. The main body functions used for this project were muscle functions to lift the objects required to complete the project, including wood and power tools. This requires muscle power. This project also required control of voluntary movement when using tools safely, using a drill, and painting with a paintbrush. The main body structures were muscles of the forearm, which relates to muscle functions, and the use of the frontal lobe of the nervous system, which relates to movement functions. Performance skills. When completing any woodworking project, you must have the appropriate performance skills to complete the task. All three performance skills categories were important to me in this project. Gripping objects such as tools requires motor skills. Attending is important for safety by staying focused on the task. Acknowledging and encouraging is an important social interaction skill by acknowledging directions given to me by my father on how to complete certain tasks of the project. Safety hazards. Anytime you use power tools, you should take extra precautions to be sure you are safe. Using a table saw can be dangerous, so you need to make sure you are alert and safe when using it. Safety glasses could also be appropriate when using the drill or the table saw. Grading and adapting. To make the task more challenging or to grade the task up, I could have took less advice and instruction from my father. Also, instead of using power tools, I could have used manual tools and objects. To make the task easier or grading down, I made painting the flower box easier by using a workbench so I did not have to bend over. I also drilled holes in the flower box to make screwing in the screws easier. Therapeutic values and outcomes. Participation is described in the OT practice framework as engagement in desired occupations in ways that are personally satisfying and congruent with expectations within the culture. Participation was related to the outcome of my therapeutic craft because I enjoyed spending time with my family and participating in the task together. It also gave me a sense of accomplishment by learning a new task that helped fulfill my personal roles.